All right, guys, we got Sif out. About the third day, I'm going to go ahead and start working with the stim collar. So the first thing we have to do is figure out what her working level is. That's the lowest level that she can feel. So being able to read the dog and visually know what's going on is important. Nope. Good. So what I'm after now is I'm going to grab this remote. I just tested it, so I know where it's at, and she should do the same thing. So what I'm doing right now, see how she's looking in one direction? See how she cocked her head and looked in a different direction? Right away, she's trying to say, what is that feeling? And it's so low that it has no real effect to her, but it's there, okay? So I'm at a 4 right now. Usually, they respond anywhere from a 4 to 6, sometimes 8, but it depends on the animal. This animal has already experienced, in a negative way most likely, because I'm just taking it for granted that most people don't know what they're doing, and they'll put this in their after punishment. So they're after to get a reaction of the dog of a yelp or whatever. So remember, they're trying to suppress barking. They've got bark collars. They've got a regular e-collar. She's never been introduced to this any other way than more of a suppression and instant pain, right? I don't want her to do that. I want her to learn to turn this off and give the power to the dog. So what I've done now is I've got it at about a 4, and we have to fluctuate our stim levels based on how much distraction and what's going on out there. So right now what I'm going to do, yep, my logic says she feels it on the 4, very low with no outside distractions. She was just sitting there and I had her on the table. No outside distractions. Now you would have smells, you have movement. See where her head goes, right? That's going to affect the level on your stim collar, because when you have more distractions, the dog's brain is not going to register it and they're not going to feel it as much, right? So she's probably going to need to go to about a 6, but I'm not going to do that today. All I'm going to do is ask her to come back in, hit the button, and let it go on. I know that the dog is still feeling it. And so when I do it anyway, the dog's still feeling it. She's going to put it together. In other words, 2 and 2 adds up to 4. She's going to put these dots together with consistency and pattern. Yep, you go, Freehand. Good girl. Sif. Good girl, right? Now I hit the button right there, and she's telling me she can feel it, and it's so low, it's only at a 4. So that's going to be my working level for today. It depends on how much distractions are going on in her environment. It fluctuates. And I've got a whole little thing that I tell people, and I educate them in regards to this, that your distractions, your environment will wear it out. Yep, go on. You go, Freehand. Good girl. Yep, you go, Freehand. Sif. Good girl. Now, I didn't give her the command to come back with me because she's almost responding to just her name because she's so used to that pattern of behavior that I've set up with that conditioned heel, right? So when I say Sif, then I always say with me right afterwards. So she's registering Sif, and then she's responding, which is fine to start. Yep, you go. Good girl. You go, Freehand. You got to go potty, huh? You got to go potty? Good girl. Good. Good girl. Yep, you go, Freehand. You go, Freehand. Good girl. Good. Good girl, Sif. Yep, you go, Freehand. Come on, get. What are you doing? You go, Freehand. Good girl. What is out there? Good girl, Sif. Come on, let's go. Yep, you go, Freehand. Sif, with me. Good girl. Now that was down to a 3. And I still think, even though you can't really see if the dog's responding or not, I'm going to keep the same patterns up. And I'm going to let go of it right when she turns towards me. So I say the dog's name, start moving the other way. As soon as she turns to me, the button goes away. In other words, I start charging the button right when I say her name. I've got my finger on that button at a level 4. And then as soon as she turns around, I let it go. The idea is we're trying to give the dog the concept that when they comply to something they already know, the stimulation goes away. It doesn't have to be punishment. It's just got to be a signal. Sif! Good girl, good, there you go, good girl. A lot of praise when she comes back my way. I don't care if she comes all my way. All I care about is the fact that she's going to turn around. Now she's going to come back my way because I've already got a conditioned behavior in the bank, right? Yep, and that's what we're playing on. That's why no, good, and yes is so important. Yep, you go, Freehand. You go, Freehand. Go on, good girl, yeah, you go. Good girl, Sif, good. I'll walk a little further, a little bit more towards this other dog that we got picked up today. She's got a bunk mate now. She's got another dog right next to her, huh? Yep, you go, Freehand. Sif, good girl. As soon as she started coming my way, the button goes away. And I'll keep that up, and I'll raise it in the next couple days to a 6, something that she's more keenly aware of the fact that she feels it. Right now, I'm already taking it for granted. She does feel it on a 4 because I tested it already. I already checked out where her level's at. Sif, Sif, good girl, good. Now, I kept it up the whole time. It's only on a 4, and you saw her kind of stall. She's processing that. She feels that stimulation. She's processing it, but it doesn't affect her because we're not punishing. We're just getting a very low stimulation. It'd be like a little tingle from a 10 machine on your back, right? Those machines you go down to, and they put that 10 machine on your back at the chiropractor. Same thing. Good girl, Sifers, good. Good girl, Sif. Good. Yeah, good girl. Good. Trying to set this up and get her to go away from me on a release. Sif, yep, you go free, hon. Sif. Good girl, good. So she's feeling it. As soon as she turns, the button gets turned off. So in other words, I push on it right when I say Sif. As soon as she turns around, starts to respond, I let go of it. And that one time she stalled was because she's processing what that feeling is. And as soon as she started moving back towards me with a little bit of attitude from me or whatever it was, I let the button go. So that's where first concept we're trying to show her, that the tingling goes away when she complies to what she already knows. We've already built in a conditioned heel. She knows what she's supposed to do. So we're just reaffirming it. The button goes away, the stimulation goes away when she complies. And realize it's very low. It's just a tingle is all it is. That's why she's not yelping, she's not doing anything wrong. Our new bunkmate, a fear biter. That's why he's got a muzzle on. So I don't get torn up and have an accident. We're going to take 2 or 3 days to build a relationship with him. Good girl, Sif, good. That's Onyx. That's your new bunkmate. Who, you got somebody next door to you now, huh? Boy, huh? Yeah, good dog. And a lot of times I'll do things like with this, with Sif, she's got a great temperament. She loves me and all that good stuff. So that means that I can come in and talk to her, and her body language is being conveyed to this other dog. That's what it's all about, right? So she's learning that she loves me. Maybe I need to love him too, right? Yes, good dog, good. All right, so I'm going to go work with him right now, set up a camera, but I don't want to push him. He's just came in a few hours ago, so I'm not really worried about it. I might just walk in and walk out. Talk to you later.